I'm Jacob. Some of you guys might recognize me from Miss Iris's health food critic mockumentary and economic mockumentary. And I decided to make an educational video about the life and death of a star. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And we're also going to have a guest star, Brittany, join us. Okay, first things first, this is the life cycle of a star. And the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is the nebula. So first, the definition of nebula. A nebula is an interstellar cloud of dust made up of hydrogen, helium, and other ionized gases. After a nebula is formed, all the dust and other particles will contract together, forming a sun-like star. So now you know what the nebula is, how every star starts. But there's two types of stars. There's a little star and a big star. I'm going to start with the smaller star. So first thing you need to know about the smaller star is what a sun-like star is. Depending on the mass of the star formed by the nebula, we will get either a sun-like star or a massive star, which I'll talk about that later. Our sun is the closest thing to a sun-like star. Now that you know what a sun-like star is, we can move on to the red giant. A red giant is when a sun-like star's hydrogen contracts and the helium gets heated up in the inside of the core and expands into a red giant. A red giant is of a high luminosity and has a low surface temperature. Okay, so now you guys know sun-like star and red giant. So the third thing up here is a white dwarf. The sun-like star continues to gradually shrink into a white dwarf. A white dwarf is a small, dense star that is typically the size of a planet. So the white dwarf is formed when it has lost all its central nuclear fuel and has lost all its outer layers as a planetary nebula. Now onto the death of a small star. So we finished all of these three: sun-like star, red giant, and white dwarf. Now we need to know what a black dwarf is. A black dwarf is formed after a white dwarf has faded away and became really dark and cold. A black dwarf is just like a white dwarf, just that it can no longer emit significant heat or light. Okay, so now we're on to the big stars. So the first thing you got to know is the nebula, which we've already covered, so we can just move down to a massive star. Hi guys, sorry, I just went on my break. So now we are going to move on to the massive stars. And where were we? Oh yeah, massive star. A massive star is the same as a sun-like star, just that it is bigger in mass. A sun-like star is when the nebula's hydrogen contracts and its helium expands into a bigger mass than a sun-like star, making it a massive star. Okay, so now you've learned what a massive star is. Next in this life cycle comes the super red giant. A red supergiant is formed the same way as a red giant, which it just comes from a massive star. And a red supergiant is formed when its massive star's hydrogen contracts and its helium expands. A red supergiant is one of the largest stars in the universe, but it's only the largest in terms of its volume. It is not the most massive. Okay, almost done. So we've got massive star, red supergiant, now we have supernova. And yeah. Okay, so now we are on to supernova, and a supernova is when a red giant has lost all of its fuel and has the gravitational pull collapses it. After the red giant collapses on itself due to the gravitational pull, it explodes, making it into a supernova. Okay, so now we're on to the death of a big star. We've known the life so far, now we're on to the death. So, massive star, red supergiant, supernova. Now it's time to learn about the death, which is a black hole. Okay, so now for the black hole. A black hole is if the supernova has not completely died. A black hole has a really strong gravitational pull, pulling all the particles and dust and stuff from a supernova all into it. A supernova can also turn into a neutron star, which spins really fast. That concludes my section. I hope you enjoyed this part. And now we're going to let our guest star Brittany take over, and she's going to give you some facts and just talk to you about the sun a little bit, okay? Well, yeah, I'm going to go catch my plane.
Hi everybody, it's me, Brittany, as you may know, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the sun. The first thing that I want to tell you guys about the sun is that our sun is about 5 billion years old and its lifespan is about 10 billion years. So it has about 5 more billion years left before it explodes. Another thing about our sun that you should know is that it is a sun/solar-like star, and that means it will turn into a red giant in about 5 billion years. After our sun becomes a red giant, it's probably going to wipe out everything in its path, and I'm probably not going to live to see it. Neither of us are. Nobody's going to see it probably. And that's all for Fun Facts about Brittany, and don't you ever forget it. Thanks for watching our educational video, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.
You're a part-time lover and a full-time friend. The monkey on your back is the latest trend. Don't see what anyone can see in anyone else. But
here is a church and here is a steeple. We sure are cute for two ugly people. Don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you.
Both have shiny, happy fits of rage. I want more fans, you want more stage. Don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you.
Always trying to keep it real, and I'm in love with how you feel. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you.
I kiss you on the brain in the shadow of the train. I kiss you all starry-eyed, my body swing from side to side. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but
the pebbles forgive me, the trees forgive me, so why can't you forgive me? I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you.
I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but